The scouts of Plumbum gather information about unknown creatures or species of the realms. Armies, clans, kingdoms, wars, battle strategies, living policies, and more. The Keepers of Opes ensure that the selected men, women, or warriors will safely return to the Empire with all the food, weapons, knowledge, and treasures gathered no matter the cost. They have to lay down their lives in the blink of an eye once needed to fulfill their duties. The informants of Prodamus check histories, records of the realms, antique inscriptions, archaic or contemporary weapons and buildings that may contain the creation and origins of the beings. The Consortio Scobo contains the main armies for battles. This includes the elites, legends, heroes, soldiers, warriors, medical and strategic units, magicians, researchers and inventors who are talented, skilled, or genius in their own fields. All of them have endured numerous trials to be here. The magicians could be said to be useless, but no one knows if they can finally show their prowess. They are cooperating from the different pillars with their own apparatuses, weaponry, insignias, flags, battle tactics, and specialties. There are many differences in all these beings in lots of aspects that they just join hands to discover the Undying Realms. Only those who really went outside have fragments of understanding why the ancestors chose this term for all the unknowns outside the Empire. These citizens are also firm believers of deities who have been recorded in history to have agreed upon the creation of Intervallum. If venturing farther leads to the place of the gods, then pushing ahead is worth all the sacrifice they have to give. Maybe this is too ambitious of the mages and researchers to dream, but just discovering who they really are is a great step for all. Deus Meliora is the deity of the heavens with all her 3 eyes of golden, black and scarlet magnifying persistently as she watches the populace. Deus Plumbum is the deity of death, soul, and spirits. Deus Opes is the deity of the lands, waters, and all the living and non-living, like animals, plants, treasures, weapons and the like. Deus Prodamus is the deity of wisdom, justice, and emotions. He is the most mysterious among the deities. The excitement of the people died out as heavily armored glass containers were lined up at the spacious front of Chamber Flowerine. Inside these are solutions known only to the researchers and higher-ups. As the onlookers wonder and fantasize about treasures or new conquered kingdoms, the Keepers of Opes from different factions gradually opened 2 carriages. Silence increased. The 3 cups of reverentia are raised parallel to the 3 eyes of Meliora. The scouts of Plumbum lifted their hands, bowed their heads, and bent their knees as Plumbum's amulet of spirits chained their necks, reminding them he'll never let them kiss death. Bewitching timbers of Fleo Carmen etched its phrases in the ears, eyes, and souls of the living. The skies became gloomy once again, squealing winds covered Vivan zirconium, rhyming to the wailing song. Shades of Philamot, the brownish-yellow colors of foliage fly across the melancholic populace. One keeper brought out a bloody head with an emblem from the Pillar of the Unseen. Sparrow Wolfstare Spirit Shield, who leads one of the strongest divisions under the Scout of Plumbum, died while he charged his division upon entering Terra Serpentine. The keeper held it immaculately and put it in one of the armored glass containers, then said, "Sparrow Wolfstare Spirit Shield, second mightest among the Sparrows, resolutely traversed 4 perilous realms, returning alive with so much knowledge to build the Root Finder and the Leviathan Vanquishers." His whole Iceblood battalion was wiped out. Their bodies now lay amongst our 6-headed foes who mercilessly trampled their heroic assault. We are no match to them. I repeat, we are no match to them. Few tears welled up, but many understood from this that they may no longer be able to advance. Instead, sprinting heartbeats made it feel like snakes were entangled in their 4 cardiac valves, piercing chills caused their whole bodies to shiver, and hot salty liquid emerge amongst them all as they gaze on emptiness, like puppets frozen in time. For the scouts of Plumbum, only few of them return even in just one voyage despite training for 50 to 300 years just to join one big quest of the Undying Realms. Wolfstare Spirit Shield is one of the most experienced, and his division is highly decorated under the lineup of the elites. Children, apprentices, and the whole Intervallum deeply revered this sparrow whose face they rarely see or never seen. His deep unyielding voice, the 3 scars of 3 realms, and the never-ending speeches of what's ahead, gave him an authority to the eyes of the masses. Add here his enigmatic origin, and you have a man the crowd will talk about and stalk around. The route finder secured the lives of those going from Intervallum to the different realms. If this was never developed, they would have never been able to go this far. Just a small mistake in the first realm could kill thousands of soldiers. The return trip is even more unfavorable to the disgraced weakened armies. Countless have fallen just trying to return home without it. This is the reason why the strongest and most able sparrows must be kept alive and secured like diamonds during the return journey. Heading outside needs sparrows, but only 2 sparrows continuously returned with more wisdom and power. It is rumored in ancient texts that he could see miles and miles of distance, observing creatures and structures alike with great detail. As to why Wolfstair's spirit shield perished so easily, it's difficult to ponder. Like a living who senses the atmosphere of the crowd, gusty winds blew the flags to and fro, joining the heavy rains that further made the citizens feel miserable. Amidst this crowd is a man named Beleator, appraising the head of the Spiro. Wolfstair's spirit shield's eyes are still open, as if watching this forsaken empire as many of the people claim it to be. The tenacity of the legend can still be seen flaring through his reddish eyes, signifying his pillar's origins and secrets. This young man untiringly measuring the head is sometimes called a fantasist for his deep yearnings too high for his current status. A creature currently despised, shamed, and feared in his nation.
I, Bellator, am a man said to be of no beauty nor charm. Feared by children, hated by women. Like a blasphemy among my fellow men. No shed of blessing or compassion was ever given. My only hope is not the weighing scales of rich or poor, but the beating invitations of the histories and tales undisclosed to the multitude. The hidden gems here, and those energizing, passion-boiling realms outside that perplexing gate, which, if I'm not mistaken, is insolent enough to slay this brave legend from hundreds of thousands of years of existence. I will bear the flag of this empire and reach the furthest of the realms as far as this pulse permits. We are all the same, searching for the unknown and uncertain, desiring a name, craving to progress onward, to put a dent to the heavens.
The lower classes of Intervallum are given opportunity to educate themselves like the richest of the classes. Only the last 2 books of Aperta Liberum are exclusive to the wealthiest and mightiest. These are said to contain many facts and histories never told to the public. Watch the next part by clicking subscribe, and don't forget to like and share to support the story. See you and thanks.